Hey guys, Tony here, aka the Black Critic Guy. Um, to speak honestly, this is actually my third take. The first take I screwed up because I didn't know where to put my glasses. The second take, I was on a roll, but I felt like I was becoming lost in another of my classic BCG rambles, and I want this to be a little bit more focused and clear cut, and to get to the point of the message. I'm currently sick right now. That's why I'm making this video. I actually been sick for a whole week. I don't know how I caught it, but I just got sick out of nowhere. And it's very rare for me to get sick too. So, and I just hate getting sick because I don't like missing work. When I miss work, it throws me out of my flow. It throws me out of my feng shui. It throws me out of my mojo basically. And in the process of being sick, I've been actually catching up on some old series or series I've not completed, and it's actually kind of interesting because I've not been able to revisit these series or even watch these series because I've been so busy with my new path in life, my new job. It's actually why, my channel has become kind of like, I wouldn't say dead, but it is, for all intents and purposes, dead because I don't post as frequently as I used to. And in a weird way, mentioning how I've been so busy with my new career path, my new life, that I haven't been able to make YouTube videos or even be on this channel as frequently as I want, actually kind of ties in to the overlining message and point of the video, which I kind of came to the realization when I was recording my second take. I was like, oh, wait a minute. What I'm about to talk about actually ties in to what's been happening in my life right now. So I'm sure you all have seen it. I mean, I'm not the first to talk about it. I'm probably the last person, which is funny because I live in a totally different time zone ahead of America. It could have been something I talked about first. And in the past, that would have been something I would have been so gung ho about. Like, oh my God, breaking news, I got to be the first to report it. But I'm just not that person anymore. And again, it's tying into the overall point of this video. So everyone saw MatPat's video, which started a big conversation as to why all these big YouTubers are either quitting or taking a break or going to sideline themselves, and made people think like, well, what's going on? Is it like YouTube apathy? Is it like, oh, is there some type of conspiracy going on? And I don't know why no one says any of this. In fact, I've seen multiple videos now, and I've not heard one person say this yet. Not Philip DeFranco, not Critical, not MatPat himself. No, nobody. Nobody's saying this. And I find it strange because the answer is just so obvious. And I hate to be the guy that says it. We're getting old. That's the point. We're getting old. Now, am I saying we're getting too old for YouTube? No. There are people on this platform that are older than me if you were to add up all of my years of living and then double it. There are people on this platform that can thrive in their mid to late 40s, early 50s, whatever you say. But what I'm saying is we're getting older. The grind, the innate passion that comes with being a YouTuber, that fades. I'm 30 years old. I'll be 31 this year. I'm not 22 anymore. I'm not the same person I was when I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel in 2009, my first one. This one came out in 2013. But I started officially being a YouTuber somewhere around 2010. I was in high school. I was in a different point in my life. I was doing different things. And the same can go for all these other big YouTubers. MatPat, Meat Canyon, Tom Scott, who, can I just say, no shots here. I mean, no disrespect. I don't even know who the hell Tom Scott is. Like, I have never heard of this guy until he made this "I'm leaving YouTube" video, which I'm like, who the hell are you? No, again, no offense to Tom Scott fans, but I guess my interest in YouTube, or the things that interest me in YouTube, may not have aligned with Tom Scott, or maybe I've seen his old videos before. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the guy. I've never heard of him until everyone started talking about him in relation to MatPat. But, a lot of us are just getting old, guys. We're not in our mid-20s. We're not in our early 20s. We're not even in our teen years. Look at some of the bigger YouTubers right now. The average age for most of them are like between the ages of 19 and 25, because those are prime years for YouTubers. That's where you have the most energy. That's where you're the most stoked. And that's where you have the most passion, because you're not doing it as a business. You're not doing it in the sense of earning money. Maybe you're doing it for the fame and recognition, but mainly it's an internal drive, not backed up by external means. But once you get older, once you pass 25, you head into 26, you start thinking, okay, I can make this into a career. Now I got to get a business license. Now I got to figure out a schedule. Now I got to hire employees. Now I need to figure out what type of content I want to craft over the years. I need to have meetings. I need to do sponsorships. You see how complex this all gets now? From what started as just a simple thing of we're just a bunch of idiots behind cameras sharing our thoughts, trying to be funny, trying to speak philosophically or whatever, it can become a business where it's our lives. And, at a certain point, the grind of doing YouTube can wear thin on you. Trust me. I'm not the biggest YouTuber. I'll never be one of those. I'm not even the biggest in my genre. But even me, in the small little niche genre that I was in, the grind was immense. I only started dating seriously about nearly 5 years ago now. It'd be 4.5 at this point. But in the time that, I was doing YouTube, I was so focused on, I need to get the next video out. I need to see the latest movie. I need to review the newest anime and sit and watch it. Yeah, I had time to do some personal things, but I never really got out of that comfort zone of I'm doing this. And I bring up the whole dating thing because I feel like had I had the energy to do meet people outside of my internal circles, go out and put myself out there, go on dating apps, go to new places that are unfamiliar to me and try these things. Maybe I would have met somebody while I was in Florida. Maybe I would have dated somebody there. Instead, I was so gung-ho about I'm doing YouTube. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to make these YouTube videos. And then I used to complain and cry about how lonely I was. But the truth is I was lonely mainly because of a lack of effort. I didn't try to find a partner. I didn't try to find someone to be with. I was too focused on, hey, I want to be the YouTube guy. And so, my priorities was mainly on YouTube when I was younger. It was only until I left YouTube around 2018, 19 is when, some things in my personal life started to improve. I started dating. I have a better living situation. I'm getting to do more. I'm hosting events. I'm doing things outside of YouTube that I didn't give myself the chance to do when I was on YouTube. And that's the beauty and the curse of being a YouTuber. Yes, you get the clicks, you get the likes, you get the immense views and the comments and all that stuff. And it feels great, trust me. But sometimes it comes at a cost of, well, now I don't get to experience these things in my life. I promise you, if I still did YouTube from 2017 till now, chances are I would not have become a teacher. Chances are I would have never become a host for a very successful anime company here on Guam, or convention team. They put on events, basically. I would have never met them. I would have never been a part of that. I might not have met the various girls that I've dated over the years. That's a high probability. Maybe it could have happened. Maybe it couldn't have. But I know for a fact that I denied myself a lot of opportunities at the beginning of my YouTube career because I was so keen on getting these videos done. That's why I really related to what MatPat said. You know, like, he wants to spend more time with his son, with his family. We're getting older, guys. Sometimes YouTube is not the priority. It's a harsh realization. It's a sad realization, but it's true. And I agree with MatPat's decision. I knew it was hard for him to come to that decision, you know. But I respected nonetheless that he was willing to, you know, lay it all out, and be honest with his subscribers, like he always had been since the start of his channel. And that goes for all the other ones. Like, I remember I watched Meat Canyon saying that he's going to try to change up his content. And I applaud him. You know, it's really hard to do that because when you're known for one thing, if you change that one thing, the YouTube algorithm will not be kind to you in that regard. Your subscribers may not be so kind to you on that regard because most of them are just casual fans. They're fans of the moment. The moment you stop doing the content that appealed to them, I can't speak, I'm sick. But the moment you stop doing content that appealed to them from the get-go, the reason they subscribe to you, a majority of them migrate to other things. I promise you. It's happened to me. It's happened to many other YouTubers. It's just kind of a fact of life when you're a YouTuber. That's why, you know, again, I applaud Meat Canyon for saying that, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Because it's something I want to do. It's something that I feel like I need to challenge myself. And you know what? More power to him. And I hope he succeeds. And I hope his dedicated fans support him in this change. And the same goes for Tom Scott, whoever that guy might be. And all the other people that are kind of retiring. Now, many people have always asked me if I retired from YouTube. You'd be surprised. I even had a comment recently on one of my most infamous videos. I'm sure you all remember it, my Cuties video. I had a comment recently, a couple days ago, that said, oh, this is a shining example, a 20-minute example of how to destroy one's career on YouTube. And initially, when I read the comment, it aggravated me because I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, and it felt like a weird sting. But then I actually saw MatPat's video right after reading that comment. And then it dawned on me. I'm like, YouTube was never really my career. I never made it I attempted to, but it never was my career. Why did I join YouTube? Why did I make the videos that I made? I never once thought I would make the money I made on YouTube for as little as it was. The fact that I got paid from YouTube was astonishing. YouTube was just the way, just like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these social media networks, or websites, I should say, they're all just a means for me to connect with like-minded individuals. That's what YouTube was. It still kind of is, but it's become more of a business, obviously. But that's why I did YouTube. To share my thoughts. Unedited, unfiltered, to the masses. And hoping that someone would be like, you know what, that guy makes a great point. I agree with his points. And most of the time, I did. Some of the times, I didn't. But it was never really like, yeah, you know what, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be a YouTuber. Hell, even YouTube was kind of like a stepping stone for what I actually wanted to do, which was work in media. I wanted to make videos for media. I wanted to I wanted to host my own talk show in a sense, or like a movie review show. I wanted to get into acting. I wanted to write. I wanted to direct. YouTube was a stepping stone. It wasn't the end goal. It never was. Sure, I may have thought that it could have been something to help me sustain a living, which was foolish, I will admit. But it never was the end all be all. I had bigger aspirations. I had bigger dreams. YouTube was just a means to an end. And thankfully, YouTube did help me accomplish some of those goals. Because I did end up working for a media company that did give me a chance to do a review show and do all those great things, even edit other shows for prime time, no less. Yeah, it's a small market like an island, but still, everyone starts small. And that experience was tremendous for me. So now if ever I go to the States and I say, hey, I worked for a media company on Guam, it was very successful, here's my work, they're going to be like, oh, that looks really good. Okay, kid has potential. Maybe we can mold him a little bit more. So yeah, going back to that comment, while it was definitely meant as an attack, it was meant as a dig, obviously, I didn't take it as one. I'm kind of too old to care about like YouTube drama shit. I'm kind of too old to really give my energy to the battle of opinions. When at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's just that. It's opinions. We're sitting around our computers thinking that, oh, we can change somebody's mind by being cruel or writing a well eloquently typed comment. When at the end of the day, most people, they're going to stick to their guns. They're going to think what they want to think. And hey, that's fine. They can think what they want to think. I used to be in this notion that I could change somebody's mind if I just said the right thing or just did this or did that. When that's not the point. It's not, we don't get into these conversations to change somebody's mind. We get into these conversations to express our opinion, and maybe they can come to the conclusion that maybe they have a point, but not with the idea of, I'm going to change this person's mind, because it never works like that. And I'm sorry, I did classic Tony sidetrack, classic Tony ramble. I just had a lot to say because the MatPat video really made me think. I never saw YouTube as a career. It was always a stepping stone. It was always just a way for me to vent, to express thoughts, like how I'm doing in this video right now. A place for it's like a digital it's like a digital diary in a sense. Sometimes I even catch myself while I'm watching movies. I'm critiquing it and I'm just saying it out loud to myself like, hey, I used to do that on YouTube as well. But to finish my statement, I don't think I would ever retire from YouTube. The things that I do on YouTube, like, they're evergreen. Until I actually get bored of talking about these subjects, I don't see myself ever really leaving YouTube. I might not be here often. I am not here often. But I find myself coming back now and again. There are days where I really miss making YouTube videos. And then there are days where I'm like, I really enjoy my life right now. And at this point in my life, guys, I do enjoy where I'm at. I am comfortably numb, to quote a famous Pink Floyd song. But I'm really satisfied with my life. I don't regret a single thing. Even that video that many people think destroyed my life, destroyed my career. Like, I don't know why people don't know the fact that my channel was losing subscribers prior to that video. Because I hadn't been around. For loyal subscribers, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there were months, a whole year went by before I actually made a video. So, like, my channel was on the decline anyways. There was a new generation coming in. I was focused on other things, that That video did not truly affect me as badly as you guys like to think, or as the haters, or as the trolls, or as any other people would try to think. It just didn't. My channel was already kind of on a downward spiral. It was already there. And it's fine. No one stays at the top forever. Nobody can always reach the mountaintop. Sometimes you're not the main character. You know, it's like, it made me kind of remember the movie Blade Runner 2049, where we all thought, oh, Ryan Gosling, because he's the main character, must be the kid, right? To only find out, no, you're not really anything special. You're more like a delivery boy. But that's fine. He still was the main character of the story. He still played a vital role in the story. You don't have to be the main character all the time. You don't have to be the biggest celebrity. You don't have to be the biggest YouTuber. You don't have to get all the views to make an impact. And I hoped more people understood that. Like, you don't have to be the big guy. Small guys make differences too. Small channels can make differences too. Anywho, I've rambled enough. When it comes down to it, what the reason you're seeing so many YouTubers starting to retire or quit or leave or go on hiatus is the fact that they're not 20-year-olds anymore. They're older now. They have different priorities in their life. Their mindsets are on different things. They're on their families. They're on other endeavors outside of YouTube. They're focused on so many other things. YouTube is no longer their priority, and they're moving on. And that's fine. I applaud these creators for realizing that, look, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I'm not this young whippersnapper that can just make videos late nights. And that's something actually MatPat said. The thing I don't love is the late nights. And yes, there are many late nights as a YouTuber. Even small YouTubers like myself have had late nights because we were so focused on a deadline that we're like, come hell or high water, I will finish this video, even if I don't sleep. But it comes at the cost of our sleep schedule, our health, our ability to interact with other people, or the energy to have to interact with other people. You know, it's a big, big cost. And there'll come a point, guys, even those of you watching now, there will come a point where you will be like, you know what, it's a bit too much. I don't want to do it. I'm stepping back. And there's no shame in that. There's actually kind of a subtle beauty to it. And it never truly leaves. I truly don't think that these guys are gone forever. They're just gone for now. But the itch to create is always there. The itch to create is always there, and it will always be there. They will come back in some way, shape, or form, I promise you. Maybe not to the same degree, but they always do come back. If you are a creator, if you're a creative mind like they are, like I am, we always find a way to come back. Whether it's on YouTube or through other means, we find a way. I've rambled enough. This video must be like 20 minutes long. I can't see. So I appreciate you listening to Old Man Tony Rambles. But I just thought I'd throw my hand to this. I had a lot to say. A lot of things to get off my chest. And maybe the illness gave me a chance to just finally express those thoughts. And kind of tying back to what I was talking about, watching those old shows and series I never got to complete. The reason I never got to complete them is my life's gone on a new trajectory. Anime and movie reviews are not my main focus anymore. I still have a passion to talk about them, but they're not just a huge priority for me anymore. My family is, my girlfriend is, my mom, my stepdad, my house. Not my new house. It feels new because, well, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, my students. I love being a teacher. I love being a teacher. I'm not even kidding. I never thought I would love it so much, but I do. And I would have never found that new passion if I stuck with YouTube forever. So this isn't goodbye. I don't believe in goodbyes. And I would never leave this channel. It will always be a part of me. I will never be ashamed of it. I will stick with all of the things I've ever said on this channel. I may change my opinions on some of them later down the line, true. But this channel is a reflection of not only who I was as a person, but my growth over the years. From that little annoying shit with no cares in the world and rambling and yelling into a camera like an idiot to still kind of an idiot, but more reserved and more focused and a little bit wiser. You know, I never truly changed, but I've become aware. I've become more cognizant of things, you know. And I thank you all who have stuck around since the very beginning. You know, I never forgot about any of you. In fact, you guys might be the sole reasons that I find myself coming back now and again. So thank you for that. Anyway, my nose is stuffing up again, so I better stop before you start seeing mucus seeping through my nostrils. I'm going to go relax and rest. I'm probably going to go finish Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what I've been watching. I'm going to make a video. I don't know when. I don't know at what point. But I'm making a video about how Yu Yu Hakusho, the Dark Tournament Saga, is one of the greatest anime seasons of all time. Like, it's damn near perfect. It's damn near perfect. I can't get enough. I can't stop watching it. I've been watching it for 3 days straight. So, yeah, you know, it's fun. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for understanding that YouTube's not been my main priority, but still sticking around. And as always, if you like what you see here, want to see more, hit that subscribe button, like this video if you really enjoyed it. I'm Tony White II, the Black Critic Guy. And from now till forever, peace.